Today concept name is exception handling. Today concept name is exception handling already finished. Today concept name is
Yes.
dynamic handling file system. Today concept to dynamic handling file system. Here only we can get throws also. Today concept name is
Mhm.
dynamic handling file system. Dynamic handling file system. So, what is dynamic handling file system? Before going to dynamic handling file system concept, first of all, we should know what is flat file. Flat file. Flat file means there is no flat file is nothing but flat file. It doesn't have any predefined format. It doesn't have any predefined format. It doesn't have any predefined format, so that's why we can say flat file. Flat file is nothing but it doesn't have any predefined format. Whatever you want you can write it. There is no restrictions like numbers, numerical letters and special symbols. So there is no restrictions. For example, notepad test, notepad example, notepad and a test document. So whatever you want you can write it. There is no restrictions. So that's why we can say flat file. Flat file means it doesn't have any predefined format. Whatever you want you can write it. So that's the reason we can say flat file is nothing but it doesn't have any predefined format. If it is a SQL server or Java, Oracle. So if you defined any now, like you, if it is integer, we need to enter only integer values only. If it is text, so we need to only text only. So just like restrictions, but here is flat file. It doesn't have any predefined format. Whatever you want, you can write it. So that's the reason we can say flat file. Example, notepad or test document. So what is dynamic handling file system concept? So if you want, I will write the definition. If you want, create a new file in file system. If you want, create a new file in file system. And if you want, write the data into file in file system, comma. If you want, read the data from file in file system. So if you want to create a new file in file system, if you want to write the data into the file in file system, if you want to read the data from file in file system, we will use file system concept. We will use file system concept. So we can create a new file in file system. We can write the data into the file in file system. We can get the data from file system. We will use file system concept. So we can create a new file, we can write the data into the file, we can get the data from file, we will use file system concept. For that we are using 5 predefined classes. For that we are using 5 predefined classes. For that we are using 5 predefined classes. One is file, we can create a new file, we can write the data, file writer. File writer is used for we can write the data into the file. So only if you write file writer, we can't write the data into the file system. Compulsory, we need to take the reference of buffer writer. Buffered writer. So then only we can write the data into the file system. File is a predefined class. Using file, we can create a new file in file system. File writer, we can write the data into the file into file system. Buffer writer, if you write only file writer, we can't write the data into the file system. Compulsory, we need to take the reference of buffer writer, then only we can able to write the data into the file system. Okay, next, file reader, we can get the data from file system. So file reader is used for, we can read the data from file. We can read the data from file. If you write only file reader, we can't read the data from file system. Compulsory, we need to take the reference of buffered reader. So using these 5 predefined classes, we can write the data into the file system. We can create the new file in file system. We can write the data into the file system. We can get the data from file system. We will use file system concept. For that, we are using 5 predefined classes: file, file writer, buffer writer, file reader, buffer reader. File is used for, we can create a new file in file system. File writer, we can write the data into the file in file system. If you write only file writer, we can't write the data into the file. Compulsory, we need to take the reference of buffer writer, then only we can able to write the data into the file system. Next, file reader, we can get the data from file system. So if you write only file reader, we can't get the data from file system. Compulsory, we need to take the reference of buffer reader, then only we can able to write the data into the, we can get the data from file system. So using these 5 predefined classes, we can create a file, we can write the data into the file, we can get the data from file. So how it is works, we can discuss now. Go to Eclipse. First of all, we need to create one project. Right click, take the new project. Project name is Java project. Click on next. Project name is Giza. Click on finish. After creating project, we can get 2 folders. One is SRC, second one is JRE. Right click on SRC, take the new class. Class name is, I'm taking file. Take spell mistake. Already file is a predefined class. So take spell mistake. Keep the mark public static void menu. Click on finish. Increase the size, the text size. So window preferences, general, appearance, color and fonts, Java, color and font, edit. Actually text size is 10. I'm keeping 18. Apply. Okay. All right. Right. So first of all, I want to create a new file. So file f equal to new file. File f equal to new file. I'm giving path nd colon ek aki dot text document. So is it double backslash? We need to use double slash. In the d colon we are writing. So d colon double slash aki dot text. So f dot create new file. So it will create the file. Okay. After creating the file, we can write the data into the file system.
File f equal to new file. I mean syntax.
File f equal to new file. Class name, reference name equal to new class name. Class name, reference. Yeah, I'm giving the location where exactly I want. I want in d colon aki dot text. So I want to create new file. So that's the reason I gave d colon aki. I gave path. So it will create the file. file writer fw equal to new file writer, give the path where exactly you want. So in the same location I want write the data. Copy and paste, control V. Only if you write only file writer, we can't write the data into the file system. Compulsory we need to take the reference of buffer writer. Buffered buffer writer bw equal to new buffered writer fw. Only for this logic purpose we are learning this dynamic handling file system concept. So if you write only
Oh,
file writer, we can't write the data into the file system. So compulsory we need to take the reference of buffer writer. So buffer writer fw equal new buffer writer fw file writer reference I am giving here. So if you want write anything with the reference of buffer writer bw equal bw dot write. Good evening. bw dot new line bw dot write. Bye madam. So like we can write the data. So after writing the data, compulsory we need to use flush. It can hold the data. Without a flush, we can't hold the data. So compulsory we need to write flush. Flush is used for we can hold the data. File change to file Java IO. File writer change to Java IO. Change to Java IO. Buffer writer Java IO. File writer filter writer. It changed file writer filter. Control Z. Control Z. File writer buffer writer file filter
how to change
no
any file?
file writer file writer. Now it is showing throws, so it is showing underlines 1 2 3 4 5 6 underlines it is showing. So whenever you are keeping the
Hmm.
cursor, automatically it will show add throw exception IO exception. So all throws at a time we can handle. So that is the throws. Throws is used for we can handle all the exceptions at a time. That is the use of throws. Throws is used for it can handle all the exceptions at a time. At a time we can handle all the exceptions. So that is the use of throws. Once again I will show you madam. Just concentrate. So here I am deleting these throws. So after writing the code, it will show you underlines. So all are exceptions. So we need to handle the exceptions. How to handle the exception? Just keep the cursor, add throws declaration, IO exception. So
Okay.
we can handle all the exceptions over. This is we can create a new file in file system. We can write the data into the file system. Save, click on run.
Read.
Now read next I will tell you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we can write the data into the file. We can create a new file in file system. We can write the data into the file. So go on D colon and check it. AKI Yoki. Good evening. Bye, madam.
Yeah.
If you want to get the data from file system, we can use file reader. If you want to get the data from
File.
file, so we will use file reader. File reader fr equal new file reader path. Okay. Only if you write only file reader, we can't read the data from file system. Compulsory, we need to take the reference of buffer reader. Buffered
Buffer.
reader fr equal to
New buffer.
new
Reader
buffered
reference
reader
buffer.
fr. That is the only for this logic purpose we are learning. So next, I want to use boolean here. Here is no need. Here is no need. But what is the use of boolean? What is the use of boolean, madam?
Mm.
What is the use of boolean? We can store true or false. So we can
Mm.
store true or false.
Mm.
If we want to store the true or false, we will
Yes, yes.
use boolean. So here is data is available or not. I want to check data is available or not. In this same d colon
Mm.
ACKI text file, data is available or not. So we can use boolean. Here is no need. Just for example, I am showing you. Boolean reference name var.
Then why it's showing error? When we are writing file data, it's showing error.
Madam,
It's showing error when we are writing file error.
file reader br. We can give the reference name different br.
ఇక్కడ ఎర్రర్ చూపిస్తుంది కదా ఫైల్ రీడర్
Just
రాసిన
wait. So for boolean reference name b equal to that is not errors, madam. These are the predefined classes. We need to import the statements. File reader Java IO, file reader Java IO, file reader Java IO, buffer reader Java IO, buffer reader Java IO, buffer reader. So there is no errors. Okay. Boolean b equal to br dot ready. Here is not important, madam. Just for general knowledge, where exactly we will use boolean. Boolean is used for we can store the true or false. That means if it is data available, it will give true, otherwise it will give false. Boolean b equal to br dot ready so control space b. So data is there or not, it will check. Save, click on run. Oh, true, that means data is available. So I want to get the data now. Simple while br dot ready br dot ready bracket begins. I am using the while loop. How many data available? I don't know. So that's the reason we are using while loop. While br dot ready string reference name s equal to br dot readline. Readline is the method. So so control space yes. Okay, it can get the data from file. Save, click on write. True. Good evening, bye, madam. Good evening, bye, madam. This is the concept of dynamic handling file system concept. Using this concept, we can create a new file in file system. Through code, we can create a new file in D colon, we can write the data, we can get the data. That is the concept of dynamic handling file system concept. That is the concept of dynamic handling, dynamic handling file system concept. This is very important concept in one of the Java, one of the very important concept. So through code, we can create a new file in file system. We can write the data into the file in file system. We can get the data from file in file system concept. We will use five predefined classes: file, file reader, buffer reader, file reader,
but
buffer reader.
okay, buffer.
Okay, this is the
Uh,
concept of dynamic handling file system concept. This is the concept of dynamic handling file system concept. Very important concept, useful concept.